again, and yeah, so we just continue with where we were.
I think the person that joined already left.
Yeah. we all by ourselves now, but it's fine. I mean, it's going to stay there for 24 hours, and like you can.
Yeah, sure. Some people can have a look at it.
I hope some people will do.
Yeah. So before the live stream ended, we were chatting about making like books or making prints or what to do after travel. At least what I do. And I just went outside to get it, and this was like, for example, this year, which is a book with some, it's me with some pictures from my travels to Canada and Alaska that I did some years ago. It's called Peaks, and you can also check this out on my website. So basically what we were talking about was that it's, for me at least, important to do something with pictures, to just not have them, at least not only in a digital way. And I think it's quite nice to do something with them, so I here packed like everything from a journey that I have made, and with pictures and portraits of people that I've met, and landscapes, and put them all together. So I have something that I can always just take out of my bookshelf, have a look at. I was also very happy to see that Spencer Murphy, a photographer we really enjoy, like his work is really beautiful. He took like this picture also from the same spot, but obviously it looks different, and it was super nice. Well, I remember like seeing this on his Instagram feed some time ago, and it was like, oh man, I've been there! And he has apparently traveling to the same way as well. Like there were a lot of pictures that he was taking of areas where I also have been traveling to. And this was quite nice to see this afterwards. And so basically this is also something that you can see
on the website. You used this book to introduce your work to picture editors, or was it just like a fun?
Also did, but this was not the reason to make this. So so this is the book coming to an end, I guess. Yeah.
And all the pictures are on your website as well.
All pictures are on my website. So but to come back to your question, I did this because I think it's nice to have something printed. It's like A4 it's not A4, but I think it's something that's very nice that you can just, like I said, just like take out of your bookshelf and have a look. Same way as you have like other people's photo books on the shelf. If you enjoy photography, I think it's nice to do this for yourself as well, or to at least have some prints, because I feel like it's nice to have something that you can
like something physical.
Exactly. I think the physicality of something is also nice.
I mean, it's also like really important. You know, the paper you choose, like the whiteness. If it's like
I think there's a lot of.
You know, you can play with a lot of that.
Yeah, and I think it's just nice to have something that you can have a look, or you can show it more easily, not have to stare at a screen. And of course, you can use this to promote your work to photo editors as well.
So that's what you're going to do next, like with
yes,
China.
That is seconds. I need to cut this. Somehow
it's going to be there.
Somehow beard hair just managed to land in my mouth.
Okay. Well, it's okay.
Happens. This is what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be meeting a couple of photo editors in the next 2 weeks. Some in Berlin, some in Hamburg. But I also going to try and promote some of my work outside of Germany as well. And let's see what this brings me to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see the rest of your images. Yeah. But your series is not on your website yet. right?
The stuff that I'm going to be showing there, no. Like I always want to be exclusive for photo editors first, and then I show it to public, basically.
Well, then it's kind of like an exclusive look on allcitiesarebeautiful, I guess. So
I mean, right now,
besides your Instagram, right?
Yeah, besides what's already on Instagram and what you now put on your website, there are a couple of other pictures, as you could see in the PDF. And this is basically what I'm going to be showing them. Plus, they're going to soon be seeing also the stuff from Taiwan, which I will only put on my website probably late March. The reason for that is that I still need to have a proper sit down and go through the pictures and choose what I want to show. It's always a process that, at least for me, takes some time, and I always need to sleep a couple of nights after like putting some pictures together. Like after putting them together, like in a design and a document, and I need some time to see if it works or not. Because sometimes I do it, and after a week I just realize like, oh man, this picture is gonna work perfect with that other one, and I think it's like, for me at least, it's a slow process, and this is what I like about it. And then I like to exchange it with some like close friends and have their opinion on it, and which I always enjoy, because there are sometimes pictures that you want to use or want to show, which have a deep meaning for you because maybe they were just tricky to get.
So
there was a lot of work involved. Behind it, like the thing is, it's nice to have people who don't know it, and I usually don't tell them the stories behind the pictures, but want like their honest opinion. And then it's nice to have people like say like, oh no, you should like get rid of this picture, like it doesn't look good, it doesn't work here, and all of a sudden it helps you understand the picture in a different way, and also see if the picture is going to really be strong or not. At least this helps me.
This is basically this is actually like one point I had with the selection I did of your images. The red one, like the red wall with like the censored images or graffiti on it. When I saw it, like when I see it like as a single image, like of course in the context of your China travels, for me it's just it's like an amazingly strong picture. You know, so it's like, I mean, it's beautifully shot, but also like the message behind it is like really strong. But the point is, I really wanted to show it on the site, but I think, or at least for me, I think it's how do you say it? It doesn't come off as strong as I perceive it if I see it like as a single image, you know, within the series. So this was kind of I don't know, it kind of bugs me, because I think, as I said, it's like a really strong image, but it doesn't come off as strong, at least for me, it doesn't come off as strong like in the context of the selection I did. But I really wanted to show it, you know, so I was really excited.
Maybe you should come in a couple of weeks back to this flat, and then you can see them big and a lot, because we're planning on this like really printing it big. Because I also really enjoyed that picture.
But are you going to hang it up on your
I think so. I think this wouldn't be the second picture that I took that I would then also hang in my own space. I don't know, I like it a lot.
Next to mine.
Next to his. And no, I like to have like pictures of friends and people around, and not only like photographs, but also like sketches, illustrations. But I really enjoyed the picture a lot, and we at least I can say like Emma would want to have it too, so it's her choice and her picture then as well, and it's not me putting my own picture on the wall.
But why not? I mean, it's like if you, at my place, I have a couple of pictures. I mean, not so many, but I think like at least 3 or 4 images I shot up on my wall. You know, but just because I enjoy looking at them.
I always enjoy, but there's. I always feel a little bit weird about doing it. I mean, I have like one of them.
it's basically like a musician who listens to his own music.
Yeah, right? You can enjoy your own. Like it's not like I don't enjoy my own photographs, but it just feels like I feel like a bit odd whenever like someone else would come into this room to also see it and like how they might perceive it, of like me putting my this is really what goes through my head. Like I think like but it's like, imagine if you're a musician and then someone comes to visit you and you're just listening the whole day to your own music.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something else. I mean, like, if someone comes in or comes over and you put on your own music, then it's like I mean, of course, both are active choices.
I just feel like I also enjoy seeing other people's work and I want to appreciate their work. And
but wouldn't it be great, like, if someone comes in and asks you about like a particular image and it's yours? And then you can, tell them the story behind it, and then you have like,
To be honest, there's one thing that happens sometimes that I think is very funny, that I enjoy. It's since there are like 2 pictures that I took and they're now flat, like hanging. But one picture is from my series Tide, and it's actually the only reason why it's hanging in the kitchen, and the only reason it's like hanging there is because we had like this very big empty wall, and I had like loads of like still like limited edition prints that were just already made and they're stored. But I figured like before I just have like pictures like being in storage, I can also just hang them. And then I did
that was my idea,
which was quite nice because then people come sometimes by and they have a look at it and they also see like this in a different environment and not just seeing this like laying somewhere. And I think it's quite nice. It also fit very well to our walls. So this was the reason for me putting it up there, to just like somehow take some pictures off like the storage room and just have them there. And but what I enjoy is when sometimes like people who don't know me, who are friends from friends, and when they are around and they see stuff and they think it's mine because I have some other photographs, and then they have a look like at your picture or pictures from other photographers, and they have a look at it. It's like, oh, is this your picture? Oh, this looks amazing and nice. It's super nice, because sometimes you feel like maybe someone's just trying to be polite. And wants to just chat with you about something, and then they're like, oh, it's actually not mine, and they feel like a bit embarrassed. And I like this moment because I can then like usually tell them about other people's work, and I enjoy doing this a lot, like and then showing them like, but there's something I like about this work, and I think it's quite a nice thing to do. But then in the end, I can also always show other stuff, because in the end, I still have the zines, or I have other pictures also hanging around. And
so basically, you prefer hanging other people's?
Yes, I do. There's some points where I also can't stare at my own pictures because I work for 2.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
Because you can't stare at I'm sorry, you can.
No, I used to do this when I started photographing. I had this one very small, like empty wall in my room, and I used to always, whenever I was taking pictures, just all the pictures after being developed and like printed, I would just like put them on this wall, and I had like this photo covered wall, and I would always stare at it. It was like opposite my bed, so I would always like at night be able to see it. In the morning was the first thing that I saw it. And my idea that day was to do it and see what kind of pictures do I like, which pictures don't I like, and then I began taking the ones that I didn't like away and just throw them away. And because I felt, I mean, it's not like I still had the negatives and everything, but for me,
it was about the intensity of the picture.
Yeah, for me, it was just about like, can I stare at this for a long time and still be happy about it? And in the beginning, you also take a lot of very cliche photos. So at least I did. As a bunch of other people probably also do. But when you're starting like photographing, you need to find out what is there that interests you, or how do you want to tell a story, or how do you want to compose a picture. And
you use this like to figure out.
This is how what I did to figure out what I like.
You stare at pictures for
months. Really. I had this like, I don't know, like since I was like 16, 17. And then I think I did this like for 4 or 5 years. And I've been always doing this, having a picture somewhere, like always printed, always there, so I can, like, whenever I didn't want to see them, just like take them off the wall, throw them away. And with some time I was then realizing, like, oh, I somehow left some portraits there, so apparently I like taking portraits. And then I would also see sometimes some landscapes, or also like shots from the city that I enjoy, but then I would try to analyze what it was about. Well, these pictures that I liked them, and they were allowed to stay on this wall. And I think this helped me understand myself, the way that I see the world, the way that I like to see it, and the way that I like to capture it. And this helped me a lot, this whole process. So yeah, there comes a time where I think now at least, where I also don't want to stare at my own pictures anymore, because I've seen them like for a lot of years already. I work with them a lot and I like them, but I don't want to be staring at them like every day anymore. I think they are nice if I like to share them, and I like to enjoy other people's work, because then I can usually try to figure out to see something more behind the picture, why someone else took that picture or painted something like this. And I think it's more interesting because I know why I took a picture. I know what I can find in some spots of the picture, but it's nice, like a picture like yours, you just sometimes standing there and just like have a look like at the windows. Can you spot someone that's still in the window or not? And this is nice because then I can interact with it every day, and it never feels boring for me. And if it does, then I can just replace it with someone else's work.
Okay. Alright, so some guys.
Does anyone in your live stream have any questions?
Probably. Maybe. Let's see. I think we're gonna stay online a bit, and then maybe if some of you guys have any questions, we can answer them.
Please feel free.
You can answer. All right. Well, then thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
for the talk.
It was very nice. It's nice to be able to talk about it, and to also be able now to like openly share the pictures from this trip in China. Now calm outside started getting on. No, thank you very much. No, seriously, I really appreciate it. I enjoy being featured on the site. I enjoy being able to share space together with all the other amazing people you have on your website so far. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing with allcitiesarebeautiful. I have a question actually for you. Is it by accident that you chose this acronym? I see. Because I just figured this 2 days ago, when I was thinking about it.
It's on purpose.
I think it's an amazing thing to do. If I can openly say this, because
I'm working on something. No, it's on purpose.
Okay.
It's absolutely on purpose. No, it's fine. But
we need to make a cut, for the last 20 seconds.
I mean, who cares? Who cares anyway? No, but it's actually on purpose. But
very good.
I'm planning on something, and I will definitely address this. Sometime in the future.
This is nice. I like it already.
No, but thanks for agreeing to be live.
Pleasure.
And short. And so I'm really looking forward to see more of your work somewhere else, on a little site or a magazine. And see.
I would love to too. So I'm gonna be showing it around to some photo editors.
I wish you the best for that.
Thank you so much, man.
Because I think, obviously, the selection I did it's not really representative of the whole body of work, but I think it's a good insight at least into Beijing. But as soon you should follow Antony on his Instagram, It's just at Antony Sojka, but I mean, you can check out the last post I did. He's linked over there. And when I'm uploading the video on YouTube, or when the video is uploaded, basically I'm going to add some links to his portfolio on Instagram and some stuff we discussed up in the description. And yeah. I think.
I guess no questions left.
No questions left. No one's left. Yeah. No, but it's fine. So yeah, if you tuned in and if you liked it, so thanks a lot for being here and watching.
Thanks a lot for everyone who joined and commented and has been there from the beginning. From the first video, now someone come back in.
It's like peeking in, are they still talking? What are they doing? It's like...
Yeah, I still think we're just doing a different impression of the Muppet show, like these two old guys.
Yeah, it's
on the balcony.
Friday noon.
We cannot just go to the balcony over there. This would literally be these two guys, this grumpy grandpas.
Watching other people.
Thanks a lot for everyone who was part of this and joined us. And yeah, should anyone want to get in touch, please do. Always happy to meet people. Always happy to talk about photography. Or
cool. Okay.
So,
well, I think then we just end it here.
Bye bye.
Where? Oh, there.